And now to our valedictory speaker. Acting Chairman of Council, members of convocation, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. For each of the 4 sessions to present students this July, the university selected, in consultation with the departments, one of the best graduating students to give the valedictory speech on behalf of the graduating class. To deliver the valedictory speech for this session is Michael Siaw Larbi. Siaw Larbi holds a first-class degree in Bachelor of Science in Administration, Banking and Finance option. And he's graduating with a final grade point average of 3.94. Mr. Michael Siaw Larbi came to us from Presbyterian Boys Secondary School, where he studied general arts with electives in economics, elective mathematics, geography, and government. Michael has been cut out for greatness. In 2012, he emerged the national best general arts candidate for the West African Secondary School Certificate Examinations. In 2014, whilst in level 300, Michael qualified as a chartered accountant, completing the CA program. He completed the CA program in less than 2 years, and now he's one of Ghana's youngest chartered accountants. Also, as a student, he was a member of the Hope for the Future project, a project which renovated the Accra Psychiatric Hospital's occupational therapy unit and provided vocational skills in bead stringing to treated mental patients. This year in April, he was selected to join other students from around the world to participate in the Goldman Sachs Springs Internship Program in London. Michael aspires to be a leader in financial service industry and says of himself, "My dream has always been to do great things and to inspire others to do even greater things." Let me now call Michael Siaw Larbi to deliver the speech.
Mr. Chairman and members of the University Council, Vice Chancellor, Pro-Vice Chancellors, Registrar, Provost of Colleges, Deans, members of the College of Humanities Advisory Board, distinguished guest speaker, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, members of convocation, Nime, Naume, Nananom, parents and guardians, fellow graduates, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Life's challenges are not to paralyze us, but with a combination of patience, persistence, and perspiration, success is inevitable. Congratulations, class of 2016. We made it. This is the day the Lord has made. This is our time. Class of 2016, today is indeed our day, and I must admit that I'm greatly honored and humbled to be valedictorian on this very special occasion. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I'm extremely grateful. My mission here is not only to bid us farewell, but also to share with us some few thoughts and to provide some moments of inspiration. Today, we are graduating. We are officially being ushered into the real world. We are finally at the finish line, and it's all over. Class of 2016, we have definitely been through so much, and today, all of that has paid off. At this moment, we are extremely grateful to our parents, our teachers, lecturers, friends, and indeed anyone who in their own way has made our journey from kindergarten some 21 years ago to today a possibility. We say a big thank you to you all. It really feels like just yesterday when we made our grand entrance to this prestigious university, when we had our matriculation ceremony and stepped into our very first university lecture. I remember getting into the A1 lecture hall for my very first lecture, and then it dawned on me that this was a completely different ballgame. I had heard right from senior high school that we could breeze our way through UGBS. All we had to do was pass our WASI and get here. But we all admit that when we saw our very first exam results, we immediately learned that UGBS was no joke. The university was not senior high school, and we had to adjust quickly. It feels like just yesterday when we made the special friends who are today graduating with us. My fellow classmates, it has actually been 1,405 days, or to be more specific, 2,023,200 minutes since all of that, and all we can feel now is gratitude. And that brings us to a very important principle in life, gratitude. Whatever your definition of success is, let's admit it, we all want more. Frank Clark once said, and I quote, "If a fellow isn't thankful for what he's got, he isn't likely to be thankful for what he's going to get." That desire for more can blind us to what we already have and should be grateful for. We need to be extremely grateful for having received a world-class education. Because think about this. Right now, there is this young, promising gentleman who has passed his WASI exam with excellent grades, but cannot proceed to the university because there is no one to finance his university education. Right now, there is this young lady who has passed her senior high school exams with excellent grades like we have, but will not be able to have a university education like we have been afforded, because despite having excelled against all odds, she has been made someone's wife against her will. But here we are with this opportunity. Let us appreciate it. Oprah Winfrey was quoted as saying, "Be thankful for what you have. You will end up having more. If you concentrate on what you don't have, you will never, ever have enough." We have now been equipped with a very powerful tool, a priceless tool, and we are ready to change the world. Yes, we can. Ahead of us is our bright future, the not so distant future where we are definitely going to shake this world and rewrite history. And that brings us to our second principle, never, ever give up. Ahead of us lies the real world that we've been told is unfair, tough, difficult, impossible, and just hard. But guess what, my fellow history makers? We're not going to allow any of that to stop us. We're not just going to survive, we're going to thrive and excel. Ahead of us, we have many years of wonderful careers that will touch millions of lives across the entire planet and make this world a much, much better place than we met it. Ahead of us, we have families to raise and entire generations to inspire. Ladies and gentlemen, let us at this moment put our GPAs and classes aside, for we are infinitely more powerful than just these numbers and letters. We have been made in the image of God, and the entire universe has been waiting for our arrival. Now is the time, my fellow classmates. We are ready. No matter what anyone thinks of this generation, no matter how tough the global economy is, no matter what challenges lie ahead of us, we are ready to take our place in the grand scheme of things. Ahead of us is immense possibility. Ahead of us is life in all its fullness. Let's live it. My fellow world changers, a time will come when we'll forget what we learned at the university. A time will come when we'll forget that to find the required rate of return using the capital asset pricing model, R equals RF plus beta into bracket RM minus RF. We'll forget the famous Carlyle vs. Carbolic smoke ball and Salomon vs. Salomon law cases. And we might as well forget all about modus ponens and modus donens. Albert Einstein once said, and I quote, "Education is what remains after one has forgotten everything he learned in school." One thing we'll not forget for sure is our teamwork skills. We will not forget our people skills, our presentation skills. We will not forget our ability to lift others up during times when they are down. We will not forget that in the end, we are all one people with a common heritage, a common bond, and an ultimate desire to make this world a much better place than we met it. These are things we learned whilst at university, but these things did not have course codes and exam requirements. And we will definitely not forget that this it's an election year. Ghana is all we have, and we need to place the peace of Ghana above all personal and partisan interests. When we are voting this year, let's vote Ghana. As youth, we have the potential to either cause instability or ensure peace. By the power we have as youth, let's choose peace. At this point, class of 2016, the world is waiting for us, and we have a message for them. But before that, Mr. Chairman, I would like to make a humble appeal to my fellow graduates. Graduates, please let us be upstanding and give a resounding round of applause to all parents and guardians present here for everything they have done for us all these years. We are grateful. Thank you. And now, world, we are coming. We are history makers. We are world changers and dream chasers. We are self-employed entrepreneurs with bigger dreams. We do not take no for an answer, and no matter what challenges you throw at us, we will overcome. Class of 2016, let's go show them what we are made of. And world, just in case you don't know who we are that generation who will find what we are looking for on Google, follow our dreams on Twitter, accept destiny on Facebook, and picture our future on Instagram. Class of 2016, hashtag we can and we will. God bless the University of Ghana. God bless the University of Ghana. God bless our motherland Ghana, and God bless us all. Thank you very much.
You will agree with me that Michael has really inspired us. Please, another round. May I now call on the Director of Public Affairs to continue with the proceedings.
Thank you. Well, just to comment that it's evident that Michael has imbibed the values of this university and has made sure that the university, he has not just passed through this university, but Legon has passed through him. And Michael, we thank you very much. And it is now my pleasure to call on Professor John Hyde, Acting Chairman of Council, to proceed with the closing remarks. Thank you.